Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations. How you guys doing? I know y'all like, what in the world? ADP is on Super D Block. Yeah. So I was like, let me go ahead and get up here because I was gonna make a short video and just post it or whatever. I said, well, if nobody's up after partying and having them some good food for the 4th of July, I'll be up here talking to myself and my topic. But anyways, guys, let's get into it. So, what we're going to get into is the Atlanta Dream. Guys, they are working through adversity. How about try walking a mile in their shoes? Most wouldn't be able to survive whatever these young ladies are going through. And evidently, it is starting to get to the players where they have to speak out for themselves. Um, the coach he's spoken out about what he's doing for is the WNBA rules and how they're supposed to do things, but we need more than that. Anytime that you have at least four of your players, all-star players, speaking out, is serious. It's serious, guys. And the fact that you know what these coaches and these players that do go up against these teams that know better and what they're doing is getting away with it. The refs are not making it any better. The refs are horrible, horrible on this particular team. They not like this with any other team. Yeah, they get them fouls and all this kind of stuff, but the Atlanta Dream is the team to me that get hits the most. No other team get hit like this, and no other player get hit constantly like Angel Reese. Say what you want to say. I'm not going back and forth with you about that. I see it with the eye test. We're watching the games. Some of us have been to the games. They see what's going on. They can give you a great eye test and watching the game and watching it up close, so they do know what is going on. And then the fact, guys, that not just the players are speaking out and talking about it. You got vets that are speaking out about it too. Players, it's so many people speaking out about this, and yet the league just is sitting there continuing to do nothing. They are tired. But I've seen a lot of people on social media, not a lot, just every now and then you see a little post where I'm not, they lost five in a row, so I'm gonna stop watching. I'm gonna just give up. Real genuine fans don't give up. Real genuine fans continue to watch. If you're a real genuine fan of these particular players, then you won't give up on them no matter what it looks like. Because guess what? There is a thing called adversity, and it does hit no matter how good you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter how nice you are. It's still going to hit you. That is a part of life. These players and this team, they are not a microwave team. And just because you see what's going on now, that's not, that doesn't mean after these 44 games, it's going to be the same. Remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least they getting them out the way. You can say what you want to say. They may have them back to back. So what? A lot of teams have lost the same amount. They ain't been back to back, but same amount. But we talking about those teams? I'm just saying. But it's getting crazier and crazier. These players are tired. They're speaking out. They don't care if they get the fines, but you already know that's gonna be taken care of. But the fact that they getting to this point, guys, they need our help. We have these social medias, we have our platforms. We have to use our voice. So yeah, they got ADP coming up here at 2 something in the morning over here. You know what I'm saying? And just getting ready to give y'all the nurturing, the love, and the heart side of this issue. Now, the next time we go live, y'all can, break down the players and the coaches, whatever you want to do. But right now, we're not having it. I'm not having it over here because I'm looking at these young ladies. I'm going to replay the clips of Angel, Angel Leach talking tonight. I'm gonna replay the clip from before. These are receipts. These are paper trails. This is not the first two incidents where they have spoken out. Angel even spoke out in an interview. She spoke out. That's another receipt. So it's plenty of receipts that are going around. You know what I'm saying? That we see, and we see these things happening, and we're not doing anything about it. Not we're, because KSAP, Brooklyn, Keisha, Tony, Duvall, Miss D, Felicia. I see them working. I see them, talking about the game, critiquing the players, talking about what's real, and what's going on. I see Felicia when she reposting on social medias and uplifting, putting prayers in. I'm putting the art in. We putting the scriptures down, and with two or three agree in the midst, it's gonna be done. So I know that we want to. I know that we don't want to see our players go through anything, but at the end of the day, they're still human, and we are not in charge and can protect them in the way that we want to. We gotta stay prayed up, and we gotta allow God to do His thing, because trust me, He's watching. And you gotta remember, what the enemy mean for your bad, God gonna turn around for your good. Period. Okay. So it's just that I don't think a lot of people used to seeing their particular teams or whatever, um, go through so much. But this, everybody played the dream team like a championship. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm watching these games. Yes, I see what they could work on, what they need to improve on. We know all that. That's gonna be for another day too. But I do have to say this, Carl. You gotta play Angel and Okada. You have to. You have to put them on the floor together. Nobody's saying Okada got to start. Nothing like that. But for this particular game that just passed on the 4th of July, um, yeah, she was definitely needed in there. Um, it's a team. It's a team game, and he's gonna have to do some of the things he probably feel he's been waiting to do or something. I don't know. Um, but I want to speak on the players, because our players are going through it, and I think it's very important that I touch on this. Nobody want to walk around in these players' shoes, but they want what they have. They really want to be a part of this team. They want what they have. They want what the players have. They want what Angel have, but they're not willing to go through the battles or what she's been through to get there. They have fun, winning, survive. So yes, it is refs, it's jealousy, it's set up things allegedly. Look, set up things already set up to how so now, it's been the years where they would just attack Angel Reese. Now it's like they attaching Angel Reese and her teammates. They also was attaching Miller too, and Ken. You know what I'm saying? They're my triplets, so don't come for them. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna look the other way. I'm just messing. But anyway, let's hear what Ty Young had to say, and then we're going to go into the two clips I want to play. I'm going to play, and yeah, and I'm gonna break it down to my perspective of this. They are showing you the signs. We have the receipts. Don't say you didn't know or you weren't aware. It's all out here on social media. If anything happened to this team, it's gonna be on your heads, organization. It is. How can you sit back there and allow this to happen, and you have your own families, you have your own children? You won't want this for your family or your children. You won't want to be bullied by refs and players and just so many crazy things that are going on right now um, in the W. And the crazy part is, guys, the vets are doing their thing. What I'm saying? They got their shows, they're doing great. So it's different stuff that's great. But for this particular team, that adversity is hitting them hard. And when I heard Jordan say, I'm gonna play the clip so I can break it down. But yeah, guys, this is something we need to talk about and address. For real. Okay. So let me play what Ty Young said, guys, and then I'll play a couple of videos that I'm gonna play, and then ADP gonna get off of here. But we gotta remember, at the end of the day, guys, these players are human. I don't want to hear that rah rah noise about this player, this player, that. Not right now. This is not the live for that. This live right here is that our sisters need us. They need us. The team needs us. Black, white, green, yellow, purple, blue. The team needs us. Period. So if you have your platforms, if you are artists or you have any type of skill, post it. Let me tell you something. You'd be surprised who's watching it, who sees it. They may not always have time to hit the like button and see your heart, but do it anyway. Do it from the heart. You know, because we all have family members, um, or people that we know that go through all of this stuff. So we have to take up for those, like Angel said, those that don't want to speak up. Man, it seems like I know her birthday in July, but we got a lot of characteristics, you know. But you could tell her mom and her family, they brought her up right. She has a great village, guys, that has brought her up, and you can tell how her light is shining on these players because Alicia was like about that life, wasn't she? Man, it's just, right. And listen, say what you want to say, but when I play that clip, because I played it the other day, when Ryan got up there and talked more than 1 minute, you know it's on and popping. You know it's on and popping. Yeah, she said, I know it's in May, Kish, but it seemed like she a July, like she half May, July. Oh, she wins. Put your eyes to it up. John Liquidator. It's one thing to go after Stephanie, but to go after her wife, she doesn't have nothing to do with Stephanie Mitchell. Yeah, let me tell you something. It's sad, but this is what people do. They will try to go when adversity hits. You know, they just not gonna start with you. They're gonna try to go to the people closest to you. They're gonna try to do whatever they can to make it stick. But have you guys ever thought about it? Why are they so against this dream team? Why are they fighting so against this team? Why do they feel like they allegedly got to cheat the games and, use the refs to do this and that and the third? Yeah, we understand the politics behind it. The Atlanta Dream is a threat. Imagine take all the sabotaging, the attacks off of the out of the games. Imagine where the dream would be right now, regardless of it now. Let me run it back. I got one thing to say. They gotta make them freebies, guys. I had no excuse. They gotta make them freebies. I don't care. Just make the freebies. But anyways, we're gonna get past that. We're gonna get past that because you're gonna go through stuff in life and nobody's gonna be able to try to switch it, change it up. It's gonna hit you and you're gonna have to go through it, and they're going through it now. So listen to what Ty Young had to say. And she was cracking me up today because it was real. And then even Queen B that be on TikTok and Brit One, she is on threads and stuff. She said, "Do I need to start making a flopping TikTok?" I mean, cause you, she's funny. She always doing that, and I'm like, yeah, because it was crazy. It's in like each game get crazy. Now, yes, the other games are crazy, but never like the dreams are, right? So let's listen to what Ty Young had to say. Let me see. Make sure I might want to. The elbow. That's going to be an offensive. Let me see if I could. I'm trying to. Foul on me here. See on the rip action, and it looks scary. No, she makes contact. Absolutely, absolutely. And Ami.
Where is the contact in the room with us? Like, she didn't even sell it from the replay. Like, when selling contact becomes more rewarding than playing through contact, that's when it starts affecting the integrity of the game. You never want acting to outweigh playing basketball. Okay, happy Independence Day. But watching these WNBA games, right? Flopping has been becoming more of a conversation because players are looking for competitive advantages, rightfully so. That's sports. But it's getting out of hand.
Reese throws the elbow. That's going to be an offensive foul on me here.
See on the rip action, and it looks scary. No, she makes contact. Absolutely. Absolutely. And immediately.
Where is the contact in the room with us? Like, she didn't even sell it from the replay. Like, when selling contact.
Guys, look. It's like Ty said, what are we doing here, guys? Like Miss D, you up too. Oh my gosh. Miss D, if you want to come up, we just talk about my title and then we're gonna get up out of here. We ain't staying up 2 to 3 hours, Miss D, or nothing like that. I just want to talk about the Atlanta Dream working through the adversity and people walking a mile in their shoes. So I'm gonna drop the link if you want to come up, Miss D. But we're gonna talk about the players and the coach and stuff another day. This is specifically talking about the team and what they're up against. You did, she whiz. This is just talking about the dream and what they up against. I hope you just caught that video, Miss D. I did put it in the group chat so you can see it. I know sometimes I don't look at mine until 2 days later. Sorry, Miss D, and everything. But yeah. Hey, Miss D, happy 4th. Oh, Lord, BD done popped up here. And yeah, I only see BD in the
How you
chat.
doing?
I'm good. You have a good 4th of July, Miss D? Or you just chilled
Yeah,
out?
yeah. I worked, but I came home.
Oh,
Family cooked, so that's good.
your brother down there. Should I let your brother up?
Oh Lord, yeah. Oh Lord.
Okay, guys. BD want to come up here. And if BD chat, if BD act up, he's going out of here. I have zero tolerance tonight. I mean, this morning I have zero tolerance for male ego today.
Uh-oh.
But he's been very good in the chat and he's been on point
I,
when it
I had
comes
to
to stuff
rewatch
like
it. I'm
that.
still rewatching it, but I saw that Alicia Gray almost popped somebody. She got popped. She's like, oh no, I ain't never seen her that
Yeah,
mad.
that's what I'm saying, Miss D. Like I get that's why I said we'll talk about the coaching, we'll talk about all that stuff another day. But right now we need to talk about the adversity that this team is facing. And half of those people would not want to walk a mile in their shoes.
No, not at all.
Hey BD.
Did you
Oh
cook
Lord.
anything? Or you had your wing stop? No, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with
No,
you.
I had Wingstop yesterday. I had Wingstop yesterday, America, but what happened today, Miss D, it was 100 degrees out there, and I
I
was just
know. It was
like,
so hot. Oh my God. I hate
mm-mm,
this. I don't like this type of
mm-mm.
weather because ugh, you just feel icky.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just me and Casey went to the store, and I was like, why is the air taking so long? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And look, you gotta go early so you won't get too much. It's still hot, but like too
It's
bad
still
in the
hot,
morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is BD uphill? He just his little
I'm right
expression
Oh,
here.
just.
oh, hey,
I'm
BD.
Oh
just I'm
Lord.
just I'm just trying to watch my words because I know you feel like I'm some kind of egomaniac, even though I
Okay,
know
okay. I
I'm
got a
not.
question, BD. I got a question. You want to do a
Uh
live
oh.
about the NBA and
Yeah, I'm gonna do a live about the NBA tomorrow and all the free agency and trades and
right? So
LeBron and
Oh
all
yeah.
that
you gonna do
stuff.
it on your channel
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on my
and,
channel
uh,
tomorrow,
and, and invite me on. What time you going?
3 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh
And I would advise all of
now
y'all.
see.
Well, I won't
Yeah.
say advise, but I would welcome y'all to go
Yeah.
check out my shorts. I give history lessons
Yes. You see his shorts,
every other
ABT?
day.
No,
He
it's
did
not.
Simone
Why is it
Augustus.
not? If I'm following him, okay, let me go turn it back on.
Sometimes
That's
when you
what they
turn
do.
notifications, they
YouTube
say you
turn
have to
it
follow the
off.
channel.
Yep.
They
I'm
keep
not
they
getting
keep
his
saying that.
notifications because
I
at
know
least
they
I go back and like it and make a comment and stuff
right, but
like that.
listen,
But it's not popping up.
No,
when I
because
get
I
all
understand we have a lot of new W fans out here, and all they seem to care about is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. And for me, that annoys me because they're standing on the shoulders of other women that we don't talk about. So I try to make it my business to give little history lessons on the women that came before them, so people can understand that it's not the W is just built on that.
First of all, how BD gonna do that? And I've been doing that since last year. So
no, you haven't. You're my inspiration, ADP.
Huh? What you say?
You were my inspiration. You the one who gave me the idea of wanting to give history lessons.
Who else you do?
Well, at least you know what I'm saying.
Cappy
These guys that
Poindexter.
BD is like, you know what I'm saying, doing it in his own way, and
Right.
Yeah, that's all.
going on his channel.
I just took what you did and just put a little twist to it. That's all. I do it in shorts. I don't even talk.
No, I'm saying Miss D and BD. I'm saying at least BD does it in his own way and didn't go just because you're an ex-professional athlete, go on your show and say, hey, I came up with this bright idea. I'm going to do this such and such. And then say some of my exact words. At least he didn't do it that way. That's what I'm talking about.
That's true.
No, I don't even talk on my shorts. You don't hear me at all.
I'm just saying at least, you know what I'm saying, that what I'm saying is that's genuine people. You know people gonna have different ideas and do different stuff, maybe the same but different in a different way. That's fine. That's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We all in the YouTube streets. That's not the problem at all, BD. I'm just saying when somebody come and just copy you and say, hey, what's up, Tony? Tony in the house, T. Carmela.
Hey,
Tony, you want to come up? The link is in there, girl. Look now, ADP. I'm getting on the serious side tonight. I'm getting all in the emotions and the feelings and stuff tonight. I said, we'll talk about them players and everything else another day. But just because BD, that's why you gotta be paying attention when Miss D do her show, when everybody doing their shows, when KSAP doing more to Cleveland, but sometimes when he do it, but mostly when Broke Like Keisha, Tony, and Duval, when they're doing that, they do it on different players too. But it's hard to not escape the fact that this stuff is going on. And if we don't talk about it, regardless of whether we feel like somebody gonna do something or not, let me tell you something. There's a time and a place for everything, and victory comes at different times and different seasons. Just because it's not happening when we want it to for this particular team, it's gonna happen. It's sad, BD. It's every game, something, every game. Not making excuses. Like I said, we won't get into the way they playing and all that kind of stuff, but you have to recognize that they are dealing with adversity, and it's nothing sometimes that as fans or family members can do. When you go through adversity, you're gonna go through it. We're not gonna be able to always be our players' band-aid, but what we can do while we have these platforms, while we have the social media, we can open our mouths and use our voice. Look at Ty Young. Did you listen to that video? She hilarious anyway, but she said it right. So when it's flopping more than better than a basketball play.
And they reviewed the play. Didn't they review that play? And they still got it.
Yeah, they reviewed the play, and then when everybody's zooming in close up on this stuff, and you're seeing exactly there was no contact. So it's like, what in the world is going on? It's something every single game. And listen, people always want to come in. Hey, Tony.
What's up, y'all?
Hey,
what's up? How was your fourth, girl? Why you ain't send no gumbo, Tony?
Girl, hey, happy 4th to everybody. I just got everybody out of the house, man. Look, they literally just left. Look, my son tried to be slick and leave one of the little rug rats for me. I said, take your kids. Take your kids. Take your kids.
Take the baby.
The babies had to go too.
Hey, everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. Hey, everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. What's going on, BD?
Not much. Just I'm off today, so
okay, BD.
That's why I'm up late.
BD,
because I have to.
Tony,
what we talking about?
We talking about our dream working through adversity.
Mm-hmm.
and walking a mile in
Yeah.
their shoes. Nobody want to walk a mile in their shoes, but they
No,
want
of
what they
course not.
have. And
Well,
then
you got
it's
to understand this is a sport, right? And
Right, of course.
in any sport, teams are gonna have funks. That's just the nature of
yeah, we're
professional
not saying that.
sports.
We're not saying they're not gonna have. We understand. Look, we understand the fundamentals, BD. That's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is, first of all, they're human before they hit that court, and they're getting tired, and they've had enough, and they're entitled to that. And then on top of that, it does mess with your mindset. It does. And sometimes, regardless of whether it's your job or not, and yes, they're gonna figure out ways to get through it. Like Angel said, I'll play that too. But they're still going through it, and now it's just not totally hitting just one person. It's hitting the whole team. And look, they don't care. But when they fed up, they ain't thinking about no fines. What Alicia Gray say? Trash. She said trash.
She
But
used the
They're
word.
here's the thing
tired.
of
They
I
are
don't
tired,
I don't
and
think
we're not
Alicia
there to.
Gray. Here's the thing about Alicia Gray. You went 5 to 17. You need to shut your mouth and go back
No,
to the
she
gym and
don't. She
start
don't need
shooting
to.
that
We're
rock
not
some
talking
more.
about that. She don't need to shut her mouth. We're not talking about that, BD. At the end of the day, these women are human. You can't tell somebody to shut their mouth about something.
No, no, no.
She know what
I
she
don't
need.
mean that
They
in a
know what they
literal
need to work
sense.
on. They
I'm
know what
just
they need to
saying
work
when you
on.
play poorly, right? You can't
We
go out
not
and
talking about
then
that though.
talk
We
about
get
that.
that. Yes, you can. She's human, so she can talk about it when they're constantly going through adversity. They're facing it. They're up against the whole league, pretty much. She is entitled to speak her truth.
So you
You
think it's
can't
the
say
dream against the world?
you daggone right. I do.
So you don't
That's
think
just
none of these
that's
other
just my.
teams have these issues either?
That's not what I said. First of all, that's not
No,
what
I'm
I
asking
said.
you. I didn't.
You
I
asked me.
wasn't
You
trying.
asked me a question. I gave you your answer, and then you want to ask me another question so I can give you your answer. No, boo boo. I'm giving you the same answer. I do not think that the teams, far as the other teams, yes, they go through stuff, but not like this dream team. And if you say that, that's just your opinion, right? But for
Yeah.
me, and what I say is that I believe out of all of the teams, yes, we see little ticky tack, we see stuff going on, but this dream team, they have faced the most from my eye test and from what's going on from day one when they knew that Angel Reese was going to that team. And yes, we understand the politics and stuff behind it. We understand the players know how they're not playing their game or they're playing the game. We get all that. What I'm talking about is, first of all, they're still human, regardless of the politics, regardless of, yes, this is their job. These young ladies are speaking out more than once. So, what I'm saying is they're dropping the receipts of what they're
Clock
going
that
through.
tea.
They're
Clock
entitled
that
to do
tea.
that. So
Clock that tea.
when is it enough? Enough is enough. These black women are standing up for themselves. They said, forget that. Forget a fine. So it's serious when they saying forget a fine. They talking left and right because guess what? The other people are not speaking up louder for them. Then you have other, you have vets and stuff speaking out and stuff like that. But they're there, BD. They see it. They go through it. We have no idea. I listen. We are probably only getting half of it. Imagine what they saying that they can't speak about.
Right.
That's what I'm
Um.
talking about. We'll get into the stats and stuff another day. I'll be listening to Tony Keisha now with them stats and stuff. But BD, we can get into that one another day. But what I'm saying here is a lot of people, saying what is it? Put it like this: is something about this team, even if it's set up or not, BD, that these other teams are afraid of. If they were not, they wouldn't do everything in their power to try to sabotage this team.
Well, I
Go
think
ahead.
the coach is sabotaging them more than anybody else. First of all, why would you take out the person who cooking and take her out in the midst of why she cooking? Secondly, you had all these mismatches in the post. You didn't give Angel Reese the ball when you're supposed to give her the ball. You shooting threes left and right when you don't need to be shooting threes left and right. You don't get the ball out of Gabby Williams' hands when she gets hot. You continue to let her cook. I think all of this is on Kitty Carl personally. I'll
Well,
land it.
Because you must have. BD, did you have a great 4th of July? Did you have a great night? How are you feeling?
I did.
Okay,
I
because I
did.
just told you more. I just told you more than one time because you like to do your own thing up here. You act like this house. This is the latest house up here, but you refuse to listen to what I'm saying. But it's okay because you just go that male thing going on. I said we talking about them
Oh.
working through adversity and walking in their shoes, and here you go talking about what they ain't doing and who doing
Okay,
this.
let me translate, ADP. Let me
I'm
translate.
sorry.
BD, she wants you to be Dr. Phil, okay?
He was
I need
doing
the
that
more
in the chat.
feelings. I'm
This is
messing
the
with you.
crazy part, guys. He was cooking in the chats today and yesterday. BD was cooking and it was solely on. It wasn't like about the basketball play. Some of it was, but he was talking about the players being human and all that kind of stuff. Then he come up here, America, and he wanted to start some trouble. Didn't I say we not talking about that tonight? Because then we got to get into
I
all
noticed the
that
4th of
stuff.
July, but guess what, BD? No fireworks, okay? I'm just
No
messing with you.
fireworks.
No
I popped a
fireworks.
No.
couple of fireworks with my
You did?
baby earlier. I had some. I
Oh,
had some. What do you call them things? The
the
sparklers,
poppers. I
and
like those.
the one that you
The
put on the
pops.
ground
Yeah, but the pop make
and
that
you light
noise.
and they shoot straight up.
Look, they did. I was taking out the trash and then heard my neighbors shoot that noise. I'm like, what the heck? It scared the heck out of me.
Oh yeah, they've been crazy out here.
Yeah, my
But
daughter,
anyway,
she loved the
Tony,
sparklers.
I like that too. I'm a big
um,
That
kid. I love the
that
sparklers.
and the little whistle, the little whistle firecrackers. The ones
Uh,
you light and they go.
Haitian don't like firecrackers.
yeah, that thing that scared me. But do Atlanta have fireworks? Because we just had our fireworks three
Yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah. Georgia, you can
Hmm.
have fireworks down here. It's legal.
Okay, let
No,
me
no,
let
no,
me
no, no,
get in
no. I
on
said
this,
Okay,
fireworks
y'all.
yeah.
truck.
Let Tony.
Let me
Let
get in on this because I'm just like finding this real comical, right? Y'all switch from the topic to enjoying the festivities of the 4th of July, but I want to get back on the
That's how they
topic at
get us.
hand.
That's how they get us, Tony. That's
So
how they get us.
let's get to the topic
I
at
just asked a
hand, right?
question. I
Not
just
you,
asked a
Miss D.
I
question.
no,
No.
you're good, Miss D. You're good, Miss D. But I want to get back to the topic at hand. That was good that we went on to everybody's 4th of July because I actually had a really good 4th of July. This is my first full family, like my immediate family, like my son, my daughter-in-law, her mom and dad, and my grandkids. And my mom. We had a really good 4th of July. So now that I get over that, you guys got to see my grandkids. They came in, surprised me doing a stream earlier. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I had a really good time. But let's get into basketball. Basketball is my thing. So what I want to say about this, and I understand what BD was just saying, right? And this is where we get into the analytics of basketball. So from what you were saying, ADP, versus what BD was saying, right? Let's take basketball in context, right? Because we know that the dream should be better than what they are. They should have won,
Hmm.
a couple of those 5 games that they lost. If you win one game against the Valks versus losing going 0-3, you're okay. But if you could do two, if you can go 2-1 versus 3-0, it's still, I mean, 0-3, it's still good other than going 0-3, right? At the end of the day, here's the deal. Carl Semesco, the rotation was bad, and that's where BD was getting to, right? The rotation was horrible. When you had an opportunity, when your good player that you brought in was cooking, you took her out. You didn't allow her to continue to cook because maybe you thought it was her time to come out and catch a win. I am the coach that says, suck that shit up, Angel Reese. Keep going, right? That's number one. Number two, you had Okot in there that Okot was balling. Okot is a player that needs to come off the bench, and I think I talked about this at the end of the game because we got to hear Bro Claude's spiel about, you know, basically he's a huge Gamecock fan. He thinks that all Gamecock players can come in and be phenomenal. Not Nothing to take away from him. I love that that's how his passion is for his particular Gamecocks. However, I had to tell him that that's not the case. I'm going to say that again. That's not the case for Paw. But in this case for Okot, it was the case for Okot because Okot has played against the Valkyries extremely well, right? So even if you don't start Okot, but you bring Okot in off the bench, which is the absolute number one best thing for Okot because we tried her from the starting position and it did not work.
It
However, it
was
was a
only one
different team.
game though.
I understand that, but
Right,
listen to what
right,
I'm
BD.
saying, though. But listen to what I'm saying. It's only one game, right? But the one game to me, from someone that can understand where Samesco is coming from when it comes to Okot, right? Okot can do some things, yes, but Okot is still fresh to the game. Okot has only played 6 years in the game. Okot isn't ready for what everybody wants her to be, which is a starter for this team. That is
No,
not
she didn't. I
Okot's
wasn't saying
job.
when I was talking
No,
about
no, no.
Okot. I wasn't talking about Okot starting with Angel, but at
No.
least playing with her on the floor.
Right, I get that
So
point, but I'm going back to BD because BD said there was one game that she started and she didn't look great. So that's why I'm going with that ADP. So
okay,
here, let
and
me
then BD,
finish.
you touch back on what Tom's
Yeah.
saying. Okay.
So here's the thing, right? She didn't look well in the one game. Could this game have been a game? Maybe so, but I am that coach that is not willing at this particular early part of the season because we have a second part of the season, BD, to wait. I am not that invested in making sure that she's a starter. However, do I think that she's a player that could have made a big difference in this game by giving her a lot of minutes? Yes, wholeheartedly. At
Okay,
the
well
same
that's what I'm
time, we're
saying. You
Angels.
got
Well,
to
listen,
play to your
I get that.
matchups.
Right. I'm getting to that, right? Starting, no. But to the matchup, and if we go back to the last two games against the Valkyrie, Okot has played well. Starting, no. Minutes, more minutes than what she was giving, yes. I'm 100% sold on that. Starting, no, I am not. But minutes, yes. Why? Because she is a player that's doing well coming off the bench. If you put Okot in a situation, and I want everybody to understand this is chat and panel. If you put Okot in a situation like you put her in the starting realm of, even though it was one game, it was pivotal. It was pivotal for her to be somewhat successful. She was not successful at all, at all. So I'm going to go with Samesco on this without a start. But do bring her in a couple of minutes after the game starts? Yes. She cooked, which he did. She cooked. Should you continue with her? Yes, he did not. This particular game was all on the coach. It was not on the players. I don't think that Gray played horribly. I think that when you run into realms and what she said when she was asked the question about the game, how do you feel you can kind of break through from whatever it is you're going through when the commentator talked to her? I think what she said was very adequate. She called the refs what she called the refs. At this point, we can't sugarcoat what the refs are doing to this particular team. Is it happening to other teams? Yes. To this extent, no. And I'm giving it to you 100%. To this extent, are the refs really treating the other teams the way they are treating the Dreams? No. Why? Because Angel Reese is on this team. We all have to understand the political side of this. The political side of this is Angel Bring Eyes. We all know that. We know that Angel, of course, is an icon. That's number 2. Number 3, we know that Kathy wants to continue with the drama when it comes to Angel and Caitlyn. That's 3. If we need to make sure that regardless of the fact, okay, Angel went to a new team, Angel is cooking, Angel is doing a fantastic job, I got to figure out a way to slow Angel down because I continuously need the icon, the true icon that we say is the league, is the eyes and the franchise of the league to continue to shine, that I am going to do as Kathy Engelberg has done, make sure that I slow Angel Reese down at any frame, at any time. If that means I got to get a hold of the refs and say, hey, slow her down, then I'm going to slow her down. Because if anybody is paying attention, Angel was on a huge trajectory from the moment she started with this team. Angel put up numbers. Angel got boards. Angel got points. Angel was your defensive icon. I got to figure out a way to slow her down because right now she is making sure that the player that we said is the franchise player, she is making her look bad right now. Right now, the conversation is about Angel and not about Caitlin. I am going to say it up front. So I have got to do something to change that. So now, this is my theory and my theory only. I am saying this is what I think is happening. I am not by far saying that this is absolutely Kathy Engelberg's words. But if we're looking at the game and we're looking how everything is going, this is what it looks like, right? I am going to make sure that whoever I need to get to slow Angel down, I am going to slow her down. And absolutely what has happened for the last 9 games, they have made sure they were intentionally making sure that she has fouls, intentionally making sure that she cannot be a defensive threat, intentionally making sure that this girl is not physical with everybody because they know that she's a physical player, regardless to how physical they are with her. That's number 3. Number 4, I'm going to make sure that whatever happens to her, and I don't care what it is. If they foul her, they hack her, they slam her, I don't care. They will, refs, you do not call a foul. You do not give her a foul. That's where I'm at with this when it comes to Angel. But when we get back to the dream, because Angel is on the dream, the rest of these players have to take the lick that is happening to Angel with the entire team. So mind you, the team isn't shooting well. That's on them, right? That's number 1. When it comes to team etiquette, I already got over the Angel Reese thing. I went 1 through 4 on her. Let's get to the team. 1, the team is not shooting well. That's on them. The team isn't performing well when it comes to execution. That's 2. That's on the team. Also on the coach. It stems from him and what plays he's calling out there and how well that team execute, right? That's number 2. Number 3, defensively, if the team is going to give up on certain plays, again, that's the team. That right there is not the coach. That's the individual player that's out there that needs to defend, and that's on them, right? Because you have to defend regardless to whatever it looks like offensively. If you're playing bad offensively, but you give a good defensively sound game, guess what? You're still going to end up with the win. I've seen that happen a number of times. So we have a lot going on when it comes to the dream. We don't have one thing going on. We don't have 2 things going on. We got 5 things going on at one time, and it all stems from the fact that Angel Reese is on this team. If Angel Reese was not on Atlanta Dream, do we honestly, and let's think cold-heartedly, doesn't matter that they got knocked out the first round of the playoffs. This time last year, they were 12-8, right? Now they're 12-9. So let's just get that out the way. But after that 12-8, they went on a straight win. They lost no more games after that, going and hit the playoffs, right? Well, now they surpassed that because now they're 12-9 versus 12-8. So if Angel Reese was not on this team, and I'm bringing it back to Angel Reese, and I know we don't want to say make this about Angel, but it is about Angel. Anybody that says that it ain't is a lie, and they're not paying attention. This is 100% about the fact that Angel's on this team. If Angel was not on this dream team right now, let's put it there, and Bree Jones was still hurt, Nas was still hurt, all you had was Okot, do you think that they would be 12-9? No. They would be more like 7-13. They would be maybe 10 and maybe, I don't know, 12, whatever, right? But they wouldn't be where they are. So she gave them a little bit of something, but it's not enough. You know why it's not enough? Because the refs aren't allowing this young lady to simply play like everybody else is allowed to play. And anybody that don't see that got blinders on. Everybody got blinders on if you can't see that.
Tony, I got a hypothetical question for you.
Go ahead. Hypothetical question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If Angel Reese would have went to the Liberty, do you think you have this same dynamic that you see playing out right now?
You know why you wouldn't have this dynamics? I think you would have a little. I'm gonna answer that. You would have a little bit of it, but you know why you wouldn't have the most of it? Because you got Jaquel Jones, you got freaking Ionescu, you got Brianna Stewart. You have more intangibles on that team than to bring Angel in and it be a problem. You know why would it be a problem? Because Angel would still be a role player. She wouldn't be a dominant player. On the Atlanta Dream, she's supposed to be a role player because Bree Jones is supposed to be playing. Bree Jones is not playing, so this makes her a dominant player. So that's why you have this problem. You see where I'm coming from with that, BD?
Sure. Yes.
Right. So it's a difference if she was with New York. Would she help New York? Yes. But all she would do is just be enhancing New York. She wouldn't be a dominant player with New York because you already have Stewart.
Okay, maybe I asked the wrong question. The dynamic I'm speaking of is with how she's being reffed. Do you think she would be reffed the way she's being reffed now on the Liberty if she'd have went to the Liberty?
Easy answer. No. You know why? Because she wouldn't be able to be the as you would say, the outgoing player that she's had to be for this team. You got to understand, when she started with this team, Jones was out. Angel was putting up 17 and 17. Angel was putting up 20 and 17. Angel was putting up 15 and 20. And when the second number is always the rebounds, right? So when she's putting up those numbers and she's cooking, and she said, I'm coming for the defensive crown, and she is actually dominating at it, then what's the problem, right? We got to do something to slow that down, because now she's on a high trajectory to get exactly where she says she's coming from, while at the same time, the franchise player, and I'm sorry to bring it back to Cece, because this is exactly what this political stance is about. At this time, Cece is putting up shots, but then she's struggling. Cece is going maybe 1 for 10, and then she starts cooking in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, which will essentially put her at maybe 10 and 24. It's a numbers game. And let me tell you something, Kathy and that pencil nose NBA owner, they know exactly what they're doing. It's a trajectory that is happening, BD, right? If we can sit here, we can say, oh man, because remember, The table started to turn. Nobody wants to deal with Caitlin Clark and her attitude. No, this is just awful. She got all of these antics going on. Now we're looking at Angel as a positive, and you're looking at CC as a negative. But CC is the franchise player in which that's what everyone says it is. So in order for the narrative to go back to what it needs to be, I gotta slow Angel down, because Angel went somewhere and she's playing quietly but yet dominantly. You see what I'm saying? So now I gotta take the player, that the franchise player that everybody eyes is on, and now we got the media saying, I don't like her attitude. I don't like her body language. I don't like what she's doing. She's whining too much. She's showing too much head fakes and all of this double tripping. I'm going to try to draw a foul because I'm doing too much. So all of what she's doing that was hidden before is now face value in public. So how do I, as a commissioner, as the WNBA owner, figure out how do I fix this? I got what we would call a rivalry between these two, and how do I fix this? Because one has gone quietly into a new team into the night, and she is getting it done phenomenally, without question. And then we got to go back to this. So it's a narrative base, and everybody knows this and knows that. Go away from it, that's not looking at it and still saying, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to say that. No, we now got to beat down somebody who's decided to be quiet, that y'all wanted to shut up. She shut up. Y'all got somebody who you said we need her to quiet the noise. She quiet the noise, and all she doing is bawling, and we're making it a problem for her. So now I got to get the refs involved, and I got to say, look, I'm not saying let them kill her, but I'm saying don't give her the calls that is supposed to be for her. Let's kind of make it look like we're just going to ignore some things that are happening. And we know that this happens because we're seeing it in real time. We're going to ignore some things that are happening. We're not going to give her some calls, and then we're going to call her for some things that we think she's going to do before she do it in the meantime, between time, and then we're going to take her up if she opens her mouth, i.e. all of what has absolutely happened 100%.
Well, can I share a theory that I have? And this
Go
is
ahead.
just from what I see, and
Go ahead.
maybe you can
Yeah.
elaborate on it. I got 5
And
things.
then Miss D will go after you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Number one, the ref's been bad for a generation. This ain't new stuff. The ref's been bad since 2008. So that's number one. Number two, the underlying stuff beyond the refs, right? Number one, you have 25% of the WNBA that come from 3 schools: UConn, LSU, and South Carolina. There's only 144 roster spots, but 25% of those roster spots are occupied by 3 colleges. Number 3, you have the divide between the competing fan bases of the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark. I think that's an issue that don't nobody talk about. People talk about the players, but don't nobody talk about the competing fan bases and the vitriol between those 2 factions. That's number 3. Number 4, you also have how I put this without being offensive. You have the straight versus the rainbow click thing going on in the WNBA that don't nobody ever want to talk about, that I also think that's the issue. You have that divide. And then 5th, I think you have the ownership is an issue. You have a majority white ownership in the WNBA. You have no majority black ownership in the WNBA. So you don't have the representation that the ownership don't match the players, if you get what I'm saying. 75% of the players are black, but 100% of the ownership is white, and the commissioner is white. The NBA commissioner is white. all of the owners is white. You understand what I'm saying? So the overt bigotry, racism, whatever you want to call it, that's an issue. And until we get to that core issue, we can't fix none of the rest of the issues. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I can agree to a certain point, but then here's where I disagree. And I know you got to go. I know it's your turn to go, Ms. D. But let me answer BD's question, right? Let's go back to 3, right? We talked about 3, and your 3 was your 5th was the all white. Your 4 was the sexuality, right? I don't think sexuality is an issue. That's where I'm gonna falter a little bit with you on that. I think that as these ladies are playing, they're just playing the game, right? The fan base makes it, and the people around makes it a sexual issue, and it shouldn't be, right? I think that the situation that happened between Caitlin Clark and Thomas and her wife could be a notion as to what you're saying for number 4, right? But number 5 is absolutely correct. It's a black sport, a predominantly black sport. Let's use those words. A predominantly black sport, and it's only owned by all Caucasians. I get that. 3, I think that the trajectory of the fan base, that was number 3. Number 3 was the fan base. The fan base of any narrative is going to be a fan base. And I'm not basing everything that's going on right now solely on a fan base when it comes to the refs, which was number 2 for you, right? The refs, to me, yes, they've always been bad. I'm sorry, that was number 1. The refs have always been bad. The refs have been bad, but they have not been this bad. Right now, they are horrific. It's not just bad, they are horrific. And I've been here just like everyone else from the beginning of the W. And the W was not for its reffing this bad when it started.
No.
Were they perfect? No, exactly. Did they have questionable antics? Yes, but they were true refs. Now everything is so politicized that we can't even get a sound-based basketball season, let alone just one game of, it doesn't matter what team it is. You can't get a sound game. But we know the narrative right now is some teams are just getting reffed better. Games are getting reffed better. When it comes to the technicals, I think they're overboard with it, right? Angel has 1 more check, and she probably pretty much, I think she got 2, but then she's going to be suspended for a game. CC has 6, 5. She just got her 6th one, right? She is going to be out there. I think they ended up calling that one back, so she got 5. Angel got 6. Angel got the most, and it's already been said, she has the most technicals of every fucking player in the dang on W, and it's absolutely just ridiculous when some of them that they call is just downright just
crazy,
wrong, absolutely wrong. It's wrong. Let's take today's game. The Amir who faked like Angel bust her in the nose when clearly Angel's elbows were nowhere near her. Like stuff like that. Oh, we're gonna call her tech. We're gonna call that, but we're gonna, as officials, we're gonna go look for it so we can upgrade it. Only to find out it's just a regular common foul. But it really wasn't even a common foul.
It wasn't a foul.
But they had to say something simply because they made the call in the first place. So now I got to come up with a reason as to why I called the foul. Although there was not even really a foul that was even there, because Amir, she sold it for the refs to even call it in the first place. This is the stuff that we're talking about that everybody sees online. They slow it down. They see what the ref sees, but the refs have to save face for the call in which they made. So they got to come up with something. They got to come up with something. And I just think it's
Mhm.
awful. But not
Yeah.
only that, the teams just it's partially the team as well. The team has got to do their job, regardless to whatever the refs are calling. And in this game, it was a winnable game for the Dream, but the Dream somehow cannot seem to find the defense when it comes to guarding fucking Gabby Williams, and they
Yeah, they
allow
didn't
Gabby
get the ball
Williams
out of
to
hand,
have
which was crazy.
5 points to come in the second half of the game and score 14 points to win the game. You keep Gabby held down. It doesn't matter what Salon does. It doesn't matter what Burke does. It doesn't matter how hard Charles play. And the Dream still wins this game, regardless to the fact that they didn't shoot the ball well. But you can't even as a team stop Gabby Williams. And that's a problem, i.e., as to what I said before, that's why Gabby Williams is a starter for the
And they
All-Star.
got to hit their free throws too, Tony. The
Exactly.
free throw shooting is a problem. You
Yes.
Mhm.
missed 8 free
Mm-hmm.
throws and you lost the game by 5 points. So those 8 points
Exactly.
Mhm.
hurt you.
Yes, I
Yeah.
talked about that as well.
Yeah.
If
Them
you could have
freebies.
made, if you could have made 5 of those 8 that you missed, right? You would have been in the game. You would have had the Valk still chasing you. But all you had to do was hold steady. When they were a closer type of team in the first 7 games of the season, they're now a poor closing team in the last 11 games.
Well, Tony, tell me this. What happened to their perimeter defense? Because the first 8 games of the season, their perimeter defense was outstanding. They were shutting people water off
Easy
left
answer.
and right. What
Easy
happened?
answer. Easy answer. And
Refs.
I'm sorry, Ms. D. I'm coming to you, Ms. D. Easy answer. You know what the easy answer is? The refs allowed them to play.
Yeah. The refs.
The refs allowed them to play. The refs don't allow them to play right now.
Mm-mm.
They allowed them to play. They didn't make all the silly calls that they're making right now. And that's where I go with that theory, with the fact that Angel went to this team, Angel made a difference.
Yeah.
But Angel's not supposed to go anywhere and make a difference. Angel's not
Right.
supposed to be the face. Angel's not supposed to shine.
Mm-mm.
And I'm sorry that I'm making it sound like it's about Angel, but that's exactly what it's about.
Yeah.
Because once they realized that she got to this team and she was playing well, oh hell no. We gotta fix it as to why is this girl putting up 17 points, 15 points, 20 points. One game she had what, 24? Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, she's not projected to do this. We gotta figure out a way to slow that down. Literally, from what you just said, BD, after those 7 games, Angel started being called with anywhere from 3 to 4 fouls. And if not in the first quarter of the game, the first quarter into the second quarter, the top of the second quarter, Angels had to sit down. So now Angel's taken out of the game until she had to figure out, okay, this is what they're going to do. Now Angel has to change her frame of mind. Okay, this is what I know that's going to happen. So now I got to figure out, how do I play through this? Because I can't say anything. If I say anything, I'm going to get tipped. She celebrated. She made some good gestures. She made some too small gestures. She's looked at some players and say, and one, bitches. And guess what? She's got teched up every single time. So now Angel has to play quiet. Angel can't say anything. Angel can't show any emotions. Angel can't look at a player. Angel can't say too small. And Angel definitely better not do the slightest thing, or she is being called. And anybody that can't see that is happening has blinders on.
Yeah. And you're right, T. Carmelo. That does bring it back to Allen Iverson and what they did to him.
It's 100%. I just want you, BD, moving forward. I want you to just kind of look at it right now. Think of the 7 games, right, that you just talked about, because the refs weren't involved in the game. The refs just allowed the Dream to just play. And when they allow the Dream to just play, I'm going to tell you, the Dream will win. But they're not going to do that right now.
Nope.
They have to make this team either be at the bottom or make them earn every single thing that they get, even through adversity, in order for them to even be in the playoff contingents. This team went from being number 1 to right now they're number 7. It's not just on the refs, though. It's on them as a team. It's on the refs and it's on the coach. So you got three entities right there. And I'm sorry I'm taking up your time on your show, ADP, and I'm gonna be quiet because I know
y'all doing good. I mean, because I know
it's Miss D's turn.
BD came in and he wanted to talk about it. I was talking junk to BD, and so once you got it out, y'all could piggyback off each other because he did. He did want to talk about. So,
but I want Miss D to get involved in this because I remember on.
That's why I was being quiet so Miss D could talk.
Yeah, there's 3 shows ago. Miss D talked about this extensively, and I listened. I wasn't on the show. I think it was either her show or yours, ADP. And I remember Miss D talked about this. Go ahead, Miss D. I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Yeah, y'all doing
I was
good though.
Make a point about BD said about the refs. Now I notice it wasn't always like this. The WNBA is now like the NBA, where they now they're picking the players. Who is they gonna get the call to? Who's gonna be the villain? So, Kathy last year or the year before last did an interview on MSNBC, and they was talking about the racism. She kind of squirt, not squirt, but she kind of went around the question.
Alluded,
Right, about the Magic Johnson there. Oh, I like this basically. And so now you still want to make Angel, almost 4 years later, the villain.
Right.
And it's crazy. Now you answer a question about the Liberty. No, because the Liberty, even with Jonquel Jones, is a international player.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have got the same smoke because Alicia, I think Ryan is American players, and so they so I don't think she had the same thing because most of the team, besides certain players, are white or European. So they would have gave them some slack. She would have gotten in foul trouble, but now the fact that Angel the team now they want to punish the other players.
Yeah.
Like Alicia Gray got popped. So they feeling the effect of the foul. Like the other night when Jordan Canada and Ryan was at the podium. They was talking about and I was getting it with ADP. And I was like, well, they complain because they getting the angel dust. No, I ain't trying to say drugs, but I'm just saying the dust of angels. How the WNBA view her. So now they getting the foul call on them, and that's the effects. It's good and bad. Unfortunately, you're gonna be a part of that Kathy machine. And so that now it's like the NBA now. It's more political. It wasn't like that.
Yeah,
even though they was connected to the NBA, they didn't have all this. I'm gonna promote one player.
Yeah.
Because even back in the day, you had the Houston, but you also had New York, and it wasn't no
Detroit,
one player. Even as good
San
as
Antonio.
Yeah.
No. It's about the earlier days. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah,
I'm talking about,
that's what he said. Because you had the
Detroit,
Silver
San
Stars, you had the Detroit
even though they had
Shock.
these players, they didn't just say I'm gonna pick one player,
Right.
and make her, even though she's not ready to be what you trying to promote her to be. She's good, but she's not great, and she's not the face. And then especially when you see in front of you a player that should be the face of the league, but you refuse to
acknowledge it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, Ms. D, because you think about back when the league first started, right? The league was started, and who were their franchise player that they wanted? Rebecca Lobo.
Right. I said that
Lisa
long time
Leslie,
ago.
right? But although Rebecca Lobo did what she did, you still had the Houston Comets who came in and said, I'll be damned. But the problem was The good thing was with that, right? The refs didn't get involved. The commissioner didn't get involved. They let the games roll.
Well, you know what happened? I think and I'm not trying to make Kathy the victim. I
Mhm.
think remember we was talking about how yes the NBA was connected but not connected, meaning
Uh-huh.
David Stern did not get in Val Ackerman's way.
Right.
Um, because they really didn't. They funded it, but they didn't really think it was gonna go that far. So they kind of stayed away from the WNBA. They funded it and they kind of backed away. Now
Right.
you have Adam Silver with his hands in it and trying to make it like the NBA
Yeah, little
with the
pencil
Caitlin
neck
Clark.
ass, little pencil
Right.
neck ass bastard.
Trying to make it like the NBA now with the Caitlin Clark. And like I
He
said,
looked
she's
like the
not.
damn Skeletor from outer space.
I
Go
know he
ahead.
look
I'm sorry.
horrible. No, what else? Yeah, he he do. He look
I'm
funny.
sorry, y'all. I
He
usually
do.
don't talk like that, but I am, when it comes to what I'm seeing that's happening, because I love this sport so much, I
Right.
hate it. I just want all the players to be able to play hard nosed
Right.
basketball, go head to head, and whoever wins, win, right?
Right.
But when you are interjecting yourself in there, like Ms. D is talking about, then it's not enjoyable to watch. I'm just
No,
not
but
enjoying this
Kathy
season.
is not the. She's not the. She's just the figurehead. Well,
She's Sammy
like I
the
said,
Bull. She's
huh?
not
That's
John
it.
Gotti. Adam
Right.
Silver is John
I think
Right.
Gotti.
it's been
He's
like
the
that.
one
John,
calling the
yeah.
I think it's
shots.
been like that. The other commissioner, her and other, but before them too. It wasn't like that. Like I said, it was hands off. They give you the money. They gave the WNBA money. And they left it alone. They let the commissioner be the commissioner. But the
Yeah.
real commissioner of the WNBA is Adam Silver. And you pushing this agenda and it's not working. So they had to push
Right.
harder. So it's not working out like they want to per
And
se.
it's not gonna
Even
work out. Yeah.
Right,
no. So
because
now that you
in
know that
my
she's
opinion, the real face of the WNBA should be Asia Wilson. She's clearly the
yes.
best
She
player, and
clearly
she
is.
clearly has the
Oh
best
guys, y'all didn't
resume.
see threads. Y'all didn't see somebody posted on threads and they would eat the person up. And actually, I don't know, the person used to be a part of the league or something like that. I think it's
Who was it?
Deandra 101 or something like that. Deandra.
I think
Uh
I probably know
Oh,
who she
y'all got,
is.
yeah, you got to save that type of stuff and post it so we can see it.
yeah.
ADP, you got
She
Jacob in the back, by the way.
oh, that's Jacob.
Yes.
Oh, well, but I wanted
Okay,
to say
I didn't
this.
know who that was. I was getting ready to
So
ask you guys because I was like, they're not coming up here because I don't know who it
Oh, was
is.
that
So
the clip
Jacob
you
is the
have up
Invisible
there?
Twin.
Hey, the clip you have up there, 80p, I'm sorry, y'all. Is that from the
He,
interview today?
yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna get yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna get Jacob up here because I didn't know who it was, and I was gonna wait till y'all finished talking to see who it was.
But
And
yeah,
if they
I
even know
understand
who,
how why folks want CC to be the face. I understand why folks want Angel Reese to be the face because they're the one bringing the eyes. But typically in any professional sport, the face of the league is its best player, and clearly the best player is Asia Wilson.
Of course. But you know
that's
what I
right,
would say in that regards, BD,
right,
for Asia. Hey, let y'all do what you want to do. I get to be free. I get to play without drama. Nobody ain't making me no issue. Like I'm enjoying it. Just let me just play. I would
right,
love to
she don't seem to
just
mind.
be
Right, she
where
don't mind.
she is right now, where I
Right.
think she is most comfortable. Because guess what? She get to do everything she's doing quietly in the night, and she ain't got to worry about the rest. And I love that for her, to be honest with you. I
well,
think that
I
that's a
got
good thing. And she's still going to
I,
be the face. She's still going to dominate. She's still going to put up the numbers she put in. And guess what? At the end of the day, I think right now Brianna's trying to come back for the crown. But Asia said,
Yeah,
I'll be
Stewie been
darned.
balling too. Stewie
Stewie
been
has
out
been
of her
balling
mind.
out of control. And that's another thing. You and Stewie ain't got to worry about nobody coming for her. She ain't got to worry about nobody being dramatized. I like, back to your question, is if Angel would have gone to New York, would Angel be okay? Angel would be okay there. You know why? Because Angel would probably become, for one, she'd be coming off the bench, right? Because you already got Jackwell and you got Stewie playing down there. Then you got Anescu, Johansson, and
And
what's her
Fiber,
name?
Fiber.
And Fibbit, who's playing the three. So Angel would be coming off the bench. And so you wouldn't have a problem with that unless you decided, hey, here's the deal, Jacquel. I'm going to give your spot to Angel and you come off the bench. That's not going to happen. And guess what? Angel would have been just fine. If Angel would have gone to Dallas, again, it would be one of those situations that's like now, although it wouldn't be as bad. And you know why it wouldn't be as bad? Because
Because she would have had Paige to buffer her.
you got
That's
Paige.
why.
Exactly. Exactly. You had Paige
Mm-hmm.
to buffer her. You just said it. You have nobody to buffer her in Atlanta because you've
Right, because you went to all
always had
black
a
team.
you've always had an up and down Ryan. You've always had an up and down Leash, right?
Yeah.
You always had a Nas who was trying to find her place. You always had to figure out who the five was going to be, and you went through several rotations of a five.
Guys, T. Carmella got a question. She said, "Panel, do y'all
Go ahead.
think Kathy and Adam is mad because Angel left Chicago? Left Chicago where the All Star is at
Yes,
this year and
yes,
messing up their money?"
Yes,
yes, absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely, 100. You know why? Because they did that to try to save Chicago. And if they figured if they did that, they could keep Angel there because Angel ended up being a franchise player. But the you know who didn't say or felt or thought that she would be.
Well, you know what? Yes and no. And I say this. Um, they got some issues as far as the owner. They should have kind of made him sell the team, and maybe Angel would have stayed
Yeah,
with Chicago. But hey,
yeah. That's you just said it. That was T. Camilla. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's it's all intertwined. That's why do you think the All Star ended up being in Chicago and it wasn't Chicago's turn to have it? That is why. And they were trying to save Chicago. Keep Angel there. It looks good. Angel's working. Angel's giving Kathy what she wants, right? But now let's figure out how you can get somebody around her. But that was a Kathy theory, right? And that was a team theory until the conversation happened and Angel said, no, I don't want to stay there because of what you've done to me for the last 2 years. I'm done.
And then on top of that, they don't. Well, we don't know yet, so I ain't gonna say that. We'll
Because
see.
then you wouldn't have
We'll
gotten
see who's
Rakia
coming to All
Jackson,
Star.
right? You
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have gotten, you could have gotten Rakia, but then you wouldn't have got Ezra. So who would you have gotten? Right? You still would have tried to go after, I think you still would have gone after Dejanay. You still would have gone after my girl, what is her name? The rookie there. I can't
Well,
think of her name.
I think the Dream should trade either Navarre or Nas to the Fever and get Raven Jackson, and that'll solve their point guard issue,
no,
in my
no,
opinion.
no, 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 no. Ryan at least got to get traded, but Raven for no. I want her to go to Dream. No, you got they got to break up the Invisible Twins. Hate to say, they got to break them
Well, yeah,
up.
Carmelo, that
Well,
was a
after
great
this year,
question.
we get one more chance, and I say that because last year, um, you playing the same way. You brung in Angel, but you playing the same way, jacking up threes, not giving the ball inside, and that was one of the reasons why BG got frustrated.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Ms. D. I like what you said, but I'm gonna give a bit of a agree but disagree, right? Because I think that if you bring Raven in and Raven is such a passer first, shooter second, it may put them in a different light, right? Because now all they have to do is catch and shoot. You get your bigs involved, which is natural coming from Raven, right? Um, but you won't get all the extra from I believe Alicia Gray, right? Because Alicia
No, no,
gets
no.
the
I'm not
ball.
saying trade one of them for Raven. I'm saying trade. She said Navarre. I would say
Yeah,
I hate to
Yeah, I
say
said
that
Navarro or
Nas.
Nas
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
right
for
cool with one
Nas.
of
Raven
them.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
cool with one of them. You know why? Because
But even
again,
then, even in the off season, like I said, I get a Ryan Leash experiment one more year because they you can't. It's too much talent for y'all to underachieve like this. Y'all not they don't play good together. They don't play good together,
yeah, I'm everybody sees it. I just think that that's been their thing. Um,
and that's
and
losing
but
basketball.
it stems from the coach though, Ms. D. Like
Uh,
if the coach sets something, if he sets something up differently and allows them to execute it the way in which he set it up, I think is different. But right now, what was his words? And it's still to this day that they're playing based off of exactly what he said. Oh, I like to play this way and allow the players to figure it out,
well,
play through it and
that's not
figure it
gonna
out.
get it.
And that's bad on him because it doesn't look great for the team because you got to have sets. You got to run those sets in order for them to execute it the way you want them to execute it. You have got to come up with something. And this is a coach's issue. It's not really truly a player's issue. And I
Well,
know that
well, in a
everybody
way,
thinks it's a player's
yeah,
issue.
yes and no, because when you see them jacking up shot, I don't know if that's his offense, but if it's not
Yep.
working and they got to sit down, you got to sit one of them down.
Yeah,
All right,
that's his
this is
offense.
D block, right?
Yeah.
So I could say pussy ass Carl, right?
No, no, no,
Yeah.
please don't. No, no, no. No, please don't.
You
Because some of
already
my
said
favorite people.
They need a coach. They need a coach that's gonna tell them, okay, if they not playing, I'm gonna sit you down.
Okay.
So
You know, I would love to see a teaspoon or a Bill Lambier come to the
no,
freaking
no,
dream.
no, no, no,
I would
no,
love that.
no. Teaspoon, yes. I like Bill, but no. I want to see some new blood. Teaspoon didn't get a chance. Renika Hodges, let's get some ladies a chance. BD. Renika Hodges is out there. Um, let's see what shoot
I
Would you
take that
mind
coach
seeing
from
Christy
any?
Connecticut.
Tolliver. Christy
Would you mind
Tolliver.
seeing any of the college coaches make the jump to the W? I.e.,
No,
the lady from Notre Dame or the lady from UCLA
no, no,
or even Dawn.
no.
No, not even Dawn. Dawn is good where she is.
I want to see down
Dawn
with the
is a
guys. I
I
want to
like
see.
to see no, I like to see Dawn where she
Er,
is
er,
because
Go
she
ahead.
makes players, she makes the female players think beyond
Right, that's
their
true.
limits.
And the
And I
reason why I say the
love
guys though, I want to see her with the guy. Not, I thought the Knicks would be cool to see the
yeah, if
women
she
coach
goes pro, it would be
or
I think she
Philadelphia.
would
I'm
do well
surprised
with the
Philadelphia
guys.
didn't call. Yeah,
I don't think the W is
no.
a place that I would want. I'm not saying she can't do it, but it's not a place I would want to see her because she has her IQ for the game is number one. If she goes beyond college basketball, it should be with the men with the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
If she's going to continue to coach women, I think she should stay at the college level. Why? Because
Mm-hmm.
she's getting players prepared for the next level. And I think that you don't have enough of that in the NCAA. Besides her and Moki, you just don't have a lot
You
of
wouldn't
people.
put
And
Gino
what's his
on
name
that
for?
list?
And Gino. I'm gonna go with Gino, and I'm about to say like him as well. Like those three coaches, even maybe the
BD, what did we
exception
just say?
of
What did we
one
just
more
say?
coach,
No
you just
guys.
don't have coaches in that realm of NCAA that are getting the ladies prepared. And so you got to have coaches there that is able to do that so those ladies can come in the league and be prepared. It's nothing like having an athlete come into the league and they're not prepared. That's why players that you think should have made the cut, that's coming in and make the draft, don't make the cut because they're just ill prepared. It's not that they can't make it eventually, but they're not going to make it right away
Oh,
because
and
they're
another
not
thing
prepared.
about not being prepared, that's true too. But you got a lot of players. Maybe look, You got a lot of players, in my opinion, that should not be in the league. So that takes up
True.
space. You only got
That's
so
true.
many. I'm like, oh, how did she get in the league? Then people, I'm gonna leave KB alone. I'm gonna leave her alone. But if y'all don't want to chip Aces, you got too many Stephanie Taubers and KB on your team. And that's why you lost. You can't put pressure on your they top heavy. You can't put
Well,
pressure
Well,
on.
that's the
here's where
Dream
I
problem too, though.
yeah,
They're top heavy and they don't have
No,
no
yeah.
no, actually
bench.
no. I like the Dream bench better than the Aces bench. Besides Kennedy Carter
But
and
see,
how I
the
seen Jewel
difference
play
between
better.
the Aces and the Dream is that the Aces have a player that can carry their whole team.
That's what I said.
The
What I just
Dream
say,
don't
BD,
have
BD,
that.
She just
BD.
said that. You didn't
What I just
listen.
said that you don't want to
She
keep.
just said that.
She about to turn 30 years old. She got too many miles on her body. You cannot keep having her carry the team. Come on now. And Becky, you know what upset me about? She's a good coach, but she arrogant. There's no way that you could put a Stephanie Tauber and a KB on your team.
Yeah, Talbot is trash. I'm sorry, y'all.
And KB is too. Once every 10 games she hit a three. No, come on.
Oh,
So that's Becky arrogance. She's a good
uh-huh.
coach, but you can't put pressure on the top, especially Asia.
Yeah.
Now I
Let's
get
not.
it, but the Dream they need to do something with their bench because this bench is not ready
They
for a
got a
playoff
decent
run.
bench. It's not the bench, BD. It's the coach.
Oh, it's the bench. The bench is
No, it's
trash.
not. No, it's not
Okay,
trash.
guys, I'm gonna get ready to play this video,
Go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
then
Go
we
ahead.
can piggyback off everything else. Mhm. Okay, let me put the volume on.
City Bill's character.
Uh-oh.
And we're just going to continue. You know how good we are when we are to make those easy free throws, when we're able to make our easy shots. But we're going to continue to put our head down and work. I think adversity builds character, and we're just going to continue to figure out who we are in this point of our season. I said this earlier, like the second quarter of the season is like the hardest season right before you go into All-Star, because it leaves you a feel of what it's going to feel like after that. Because a lot of teams relax, you know, they get comfortable, but we're figuring it out, and we're going to figure it out.
That's it.
She sounded so
Leash
mature in
looks
that
so
answer.
hot. She look.
We know how good we are.
Oh, she is.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
it
she's very
finished. Can
intelligent in
you?
the way she
Yeah.
speaks. No,
It's
it
like
finished,
cutting
but
out.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh, can you
No,
hear it from the beginning again?
The beginning of what Angel was saying, because
No,
it's
just the
that
beginning
clip.
of the beginning of the clip.
Okay.
You go into All-Star,
Hold on,
because it
guys.
leaves you a feel of what it's going to feel like.
Oh Lord, I'm doing all kind of shenanigans. Uh-oh.
Like it went directly to just that. Go ahead.
To make those easy free throws, when we're able to make our easy shots. We know how good we are when we are to make those easy free throws, when we're able to make our easy shots. But we're going to continue to put our head down and work. I think adversity builds character.
You talking about from what Angel said, Tony? Or you talking about the whole
Like
thing?
from the beginning of that whole thing.
Oh, okay. I'll go off of Threads and go to YouTube then. I got it on Threads. I just pulled that clip from Threads. So I'll take it to YouTube. I'll pull it up on
Yeah,
YouTube.
well, I kind of somewhat heard the question, and that's why I was at least trying to get what he asked, not so much the whole thing, but just that clip. But it doesn't
I was
seem
trying to
like
get. I thought it was the one with her and Leash. Her and Leash speaking, but it was just Angels. Let's find that one, and then we can just. Is this the whole one? Oh no, that's just.
I want to know how much Jordan Canada was fined, and then how much Alicia's going to be fined today for saying the refs is trash.
I would like to know, where's Alicia Nye? Why you signed her and not put her on the court?
Oh,
she's injured.
Yeah, she's injured.
Okay.
She's injured. Yeah, she's injured.
Everybody kept saying that. I kept saying in the
she's
the chat.
injured.
Yeah,
that's why she's in civvies. That's why
Okay.
she's in civvies. She's injured.
Yeah, she is injured.
There's something with her ankle or something like that. She's
Okay, well now I know. I was
wanted
just
to be. Can
wondering.
you take me
like,
through
I haven't seen it.
what's been going on and what's been at the free throw line these games?
No excuse. Absolutely no excuse. We just have to be better. If it's shooting 100 free throws after practice, 50 free throws after practice, that's what it is. But we haven't shot great, not just from the free throw line, for our field goals too. So we just have to get back to the drawing board and figure out what works, because we know how good we are when we are to make those easy free throws, when we're able to make our easy shots. But we're going to continue to put our head down and work. I think adversity builds character, and we're just going to continue to figure out who we are in this point of our season. I said this earlier, like the second quarter of the season is like the hardest season right before you go into All-Star, because it leaves you a feel of what it's going to feel like after that. Because a lot of teams relax, they get comfortable, but we're figuring it out, and we're going to figure it out.
Right.
Hey, Leash, at the end of the
Tony, this is where I got to stop and go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all want to say something off of what Angel just said first?
Yeah, I ain't hear from Jacob yet.
Oh, Jacob, I am so sorry, Jacob. We apologize. I forgot you were here. But before you get to say your soliloquy, I want to just respond to ADP. I think that the response of Angel, like BD just said, it was very, very mature. I think if people would have, and I'm not saying have, would have always listened, just sat and had opportunity to just listen to Angel in interviews. Angel always speaks very clear, but this one here was more on the higher scale, but she's always been able to just speak very clear, very elegantly, without emotions. I think now with the dream, she has become what you call emotionless. And so she's not attached to anything that's going on. She's so calm and so relaxed when she's able to give a response, deal with an issue, talk with the refs. I mean, she might make hand gestures, but it's like, what are you talking about, ref? Can you get it right? Versus, I'm going to yell at you till my head fall off because you're just super wrong. I just think her maturity level is astonishing right now. I appreciate her for what she's doing and the woman that she's becoming, because this is just maturity right here. So.
Did any of you guys, Jacob, Ms. D, I want to piggyback off what Angel just said so far.
Jacob, go ahead. Baby Jacob.
Shit, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's up?
Oh, wow, okay.
Hey, Angel.
What you got going on what you got going on in the background, Jacob? It's too much noise.
Baby Jacob, don't come in hot like that.
I can't hear nothing.
Okay, come out and come in. Yeah, sometimes I do that. They do that to me too.
Yeah, the StreamYard be acting dumb.
Yeah, it's StreamYard. Of course, it's StreamYard. It's weird. Like my videos play, and then once I put them up on there, the things want to start circling. I'm like, that's like you got my internet. No, I don't. It's just I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Finish what you were saying, BD, before Ms. D get to it. I know you were saying that she gave a mature answer.
No, that was all I had to say. Let Ms. D go, please.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. D. Go ahead.
Yeah, she did get a mature answer. Look, I guess she's like, you know what? I can't fuss about anything right now.
Because they actually gave her a pretty decent call game.
Right.
And it's due to her teammates.
I don't. Right.
Yeah, but just the fact that I'm going to say this, just the fact that her teammates actually came out in defense of her, like Jordan Canada said what she said, Ryan piggybacked, and then Leash said what she said. As this team continued to kind of just put the refs on notice for what is happening, I know people like, well, they probably shouldn't bash the refs. Well, no, you got to put the refs on notice.
Yeah, you have to.
I think
because you fouling Angel out. It don't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Right. It doesn't make sense. And the only other thing I just need Canada to just be, I know people don't like her as the starting PG or playing a lot of minutes. I just think for what she's doing. If she utilized Angel for what she's there for, I think that she will find that Angel has a lot to offer this team, i.e. as to why they asked for her to come there. They just have to let her be herself and let her put the ball in her hands more times than
Well,
what they are, and
let
let
me
her
ask
cook.
y'all this. Why weren't they giving her the ball down the stretch when the game on the line? If
They doing the
Angel
same.
Reese is
Did
this
you watch the
clutch
game last
player
year?
like we know she is, why
BD,
she's not
BD,
getting the
BD,
ball?
BD. Did you watch it last year? They
Yeah.
doing the same things. Alicia and Ryan are doing the same things they did last year.
In Chicago. They just won't give
Huh?
it to her, and it's unfortunate.
And they didn't give it to Bree Jones, but they know their problem. I don't think it's an Angel thing. I think it's I refuse to take it to the basket and get. It don't matter who it was because they didn't do that to BG when she was cooking last year. It was times when she was cooking. It was times with Brianna Stewart. Brianna
Bree
Jones was
Jones.
cooking. Yeah, and they didn't give it to her because they jacking up shots. Now, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna be selfish, which I think they are in certain spots, take it to the hole.
Yeah,
Last year they shot themselves out of the fever. I always say this, even without Angel, I thought the Dream was a better team than the Fever
yeah,
overall.
yeah,
But
Mm-hmm.
by you playing
Yeah.
selfish and not passing the ball and jacking up shots, you made it easy for the Fever to do what they do. They're gonna
Yeah.
take advantage of that.
yeah,
So
Okay.
Well, it
even the
really
bench
I'm
was a little
wasn't
finished
bit
they.
up.
better
It
because it's
was
a little older.
Kelsey Mitchell. But
I'm
Huh?
gonna
that's
go.
another
Yeah,
story.
but
I'm gonna
yeah, I know.
finish
Yeah,
up.
we ain't talking about even with Kelsey Mitchell, they still had an overall better team.
Hmm.
Period. You know, and maybe they
Okay.
should have kept maybe one of their veteran on the bench, like Nia Coffee gone and Caldwell, which I thought they should have kept one or the two, but they didn't.
right.
Oof.
But
I don't
yeah,
know what's
but
gonna
Jordan
happen with
Canada
this.
problem is she wants to get her shot first, and that's not they don't need that. Now,
Right.
only
You
time I
can't
think she
have
should be
three
taking a
shot
shot.
chuckers. Yeah.
Right. Or I think that she need to know she's a veteran. She should know when to take it to the basket and when to kind of back off. Now, if the team is stagnant, then you take it to the basket. But it's still like she looking for her shot first, without looking to pass it to Ryan, Leash, and Angel, whoever. That's the problem I have with her. It's not that she can't play; she don't know when to. Well, she should know when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive.
Mm.
So that's
Okay, I'm
her
gonna finish
problem.
playing.
And her defense too.
The third quarter, Jordan had that big surgical strike to lead to a steal and a layup on Adina. We saw the 3-pointer that you made, but they end up calling an offensive foul on that. Can you kind of walk us through what that call was that they said?
It was bullshit. What it was.
You want her to get a fine, right?
Not trying to get you in trouble, just trying to see if you ever.
He called it offensive foul. You just gotta go with it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
One
That
thing,
was funny.
if you follow Leash and you know anything about Leash, she had to be to her breaking point to get that fine because she do not play about her money. She's very tight. She's very tight with it and everything. So you just gotta know she's fed up right about now.
Well, she got slapped in the eye, so
Yeah,
she was a
that
little hot.
too. I'm saying
So
that
she
too,
was,
but it's all you
yeah.
know. What I'm saying it's all bulling up. What I'm saying, Miss D, if you seen her with her brother, they did. They used to do the TikToks and stuff, and she said she'll
Hmm.
get back to her Lego stuff because she's a Lego person too. But he would say she's she holds on to her money. She don't play about her money, and so they were cracking up about that. So I was like, for her to take that, it was like to the point where she's tired. You done had enough. But
Angel, I
Hmm.
wanted to know the message that you're hearing from Coach Semesco at this point. What's the message that he's kind of consistently saying throughout this course of the last 5 games?
Yeah, we have 5 games going into All Star, and any team in front of us should be scared because we're ready. And we're going to continue to put our foot forward every day, watch film, get together and figure ourselves out Like I said, adversity builds character. In the locker room, having tough conversations, taking accountability for things and figuring it out. But we have a lot of time until our next game. So spending some time together, being at home, enjoying each other is something that we're going to do. But we're not down. We're not down. And this team is used to winning. I've been through these streaks in my career, luckily. And I kind of don't know what it feels like to come out on top, and they're guiding me through this moment. So I'm leaning on them, and they're leaning on me, and we're going to figure this out together.
Fantastic. I love that.
I'm not.
I just love it. At the end of the day, say what you want to say, but I love that sisterhood. Okay. Just say.
Trying to get you fine, and I'm not asking about the technical. I'm actually asking about Ryan just kind of running to kind of push you out of the way, to just kind of calm things down, and your teammates kind of circling you. Just what is it like to have that support and have them come to your side when it's in that moment?
I mean, it's great. I mean, they keep me level-headed. They keep me on the railroad track. Sometimes my train tends to get a little off track, but Angel and Rod, they be right there to put me back on the track. So they'll let me have my little moment. Then they like, all right, now time to reel you back in.
In today's
she was clearly hot too.
3 games against the Valkyrie, having a bigger guard lineup. Was that some of the issue in trying to get the offense initiated?
No, I honestly think it was just we didn't make our shots. We didn't make our simple and easy shots. I think as a post, we could have did a better job setting screens and getting our guards open for easier shots, more wide open shots. So me and the posts are going to look at film together and figure out how we can get our guards some more open shots and figure out how we can make their jobs easier. We kind of tried to pull Key out the paint because we did notice last game she blocked a lot of shots in the first game. So I don't think she blocked many shots tonight, if maybe 2. But we tried to pull her out as much as we can. So we know that did work, but just continuing to build off that and following the game plan.
Hi, ladies. Stephanie Seda here. Similarly to that, last game you were out rebounded 32-27 against the Valkyries. This game y'all out rebounded 37-30. Tell us a little bit more about those adjustments that you made to help you better rebound today.
Make this one simple change when filling out your foul.
I think rebound is just work. If you either want it or you don't. To get more possessions, we talk about trying to win in as many possessions as we can. And rebounding is always a way to get more possessions, and especially for the offensive end. We had, 12 offensive rebounds. And I don't know how many we converted on them, but just continuing to find more possessions and more ways for us to limit them on the offensive end and getting things set up.
So a question for the both of you guys. When I know so much of what Carl wants to do is establish that first action and hit a strike, get a bucket there. When you end up with a team like Golden State that is capable of trying to stop that first action, what's the process been over the last 5 games, just trying to get second, third, reset? How's that process been, not getting sped up and trying to figure out something?
Action. We practice. If one thing is taken away, just going to the next action. And that's what we do.
Been doing that well over the last 5, or has that been a space that's been a challenge lately?
I think we've been doing it well. We just haven't been hitting our shots.
Hi, ladies. Angel, you mentioned that your teammates have been helping you guide you through the winning side of things as you're trying to figure things out and just have these tough conversations in the locker room. What has been helpful for you when receiving this, and also just a key component that you guys are keeping in mind moving forward?
Kind of knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not supposed to be easy. Championship culture is not supposed to be easy. We even talk a little bit to Aaliyah, and she was on Vegas last year when they were going through what they went through and how did they get out of it, and figuring that out. So I think everybody's just pouring into each other and trying to figure out how we can get over this hump in the easiest ways as possible. But I just think that we just continue to work. We're going to just have to continue to work and put our heads down. We can't feel sorry for ourselves because nobody else feels sorry for us. And I don't think we do feel sorry for ourselves. I think everybody's hungry to suit up again and play another game. So luckily we get another opportunity on Thursday, Friday, and being able to get another shot.
And that right there, guys can agree and disagree, but nobody should have to feel like that. Regardless of what they know they got to do, they still shouldn't have to hold their feelings in.
Another team.
Hey guys, back here. When you look at the bench points tonight, it was 32-18. When you try to get the young players acclimated with you guys in the starting rotation, how do you feel like the rotation has been as of late and the bench play? Is everyone sort of kind of has that chemistry with each other?
I mean, I think Medina comes in and continues to be successful. She does a lot of great things for us. And again, she's still learning and trying to figure it out. I think India came in and did a great job trying to play defense. And she did a good job down the stretch when we needed her in those little segments that we put her in. Sika also does a great job. Obviously, you know what Naz gives us, even those free throw blockouts when she got that offensive rebound on the free throw and kicked it out and we got something else. So everybody matters. We talk about that in the locker room a lot. You're here for a reason. If we brought you in from free agency to draft picks to everything, like every single person matters on the team. And we want everybody to feel really comfortable and confident when they go out there so that we can all be great together.
I love that, Angel. See, even Angel says it.
Hi, ladies. Nia Simone here. I want to ask you, the game is 80% mental and 20% physical. So I want to ask you guys, going into this 5-game losing streak, what are some things that you guys do just mentally, whether if it's as a team or just personally, to just keep things going and not get comfortable?
I think the biggest thing is just remaining positive. Losing 5 games in a row, it sucks. But I mean, like I said, like the morale in the locker room is great. We're all sticking together. We just got to figure out and get over this hump. We have 5 games before the All-Star break, so it's time for us to really lock in and come out with wins. But overall, I mean, everybody's spirit and morale is still up.
And just as a quick follow-up to that, not basketball related, but have y'all joined the team book club yet? And
Yes, we do have a book. What's our book called? Little Rot.
Yeah. Little Rot's a book, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're reading that together now. Amy is the one. She's our book club leader, and we have a group chat. And everybody was supposed to get the book. If you have Amazon Prime, I got the book for them. So yeah, we're reading together. I think by the July 18th, we have to have 191 pages read. So good luck to us.
Yeah.
Guys, Tony, what happened to you and Keisha at Miss D when I was talking about we were supposed to be getting our books together? What happened?
Thank you.
Our boots together?
Books.
Oh, books.
Yes, we were supposed to get our books together. Remember, Keisha
I'm still with it.
She was on the line.
yeah.
She was like, "What book should we read?" And I was like, "We need to read the Asia Wilson book. We need to read the one Viola Davis, Finding Me." I only read, I think I'm like 5 chapters in. But
I think I would want to read that first. I love stuff
which
like
one,
Finding
Viola
Me.
Davis?
Yeah, Viola.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's deep, Tony. When I say it's deep, Miss D and Tony, it's deep. That Finding Me is deep. So it's good though. It's good deep, but you're not gonna be prepared for some of it. Some of it, maybe, but so far, I'm just saying it's deep. So yes, that will be a good one we can start off with. That's by Viola Davis. That's about her life and everything like that. And so far so good. But yeah, so that's good that they doing. See, that's what I'm talking about. As far as like, building your teamwork within your team, doing stuff like book clubs, doing stuff like they do when they, posting great things, great comments on socials and stuff like that, and how they are including and make sure everybody on that team feels special and everybody on that team feel like they should be there, whether they're on the bench or off the bench. So that's what I love about this team, and the fact that they, through everything they're going through, they're still fighting. They're not giving up. They know what they got to do. They have accountability. Look, holding accountability, and just the way that I've seen Angel grow with the media. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful to see it. And then, guys, I also saw. I've been noticing different moves that Angel been doing. Tony, she going more up. What y'all call that? She's going more up when y'all say she needs to go over the player. What do you call that move?
You're talking to Tony, right?
Yeah,
Were you just asking me that question? Or
yeah,
were you
in general. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In general.
Okay.
because she did a lot. She did some of that on the 4th of July when she went, like, y'all kept saying, go up, Angel, go up. You know you got to go up over. And she did a lot of that in this last game, but I don't know what y'all called it, though.
Well, I need to see from AR. I need to see more AR in transition.
Well,
that's what I need to see.
You got to give her time. You know, this is the thing, too. You got to remember, like, as fans, just because we want the microwave versions and stuff like that, sometimes it just doesn't work that way. You know, sometimes you have to look at the overall plan and see what happens. Because if we do the microwave, we're gonna be mad. We're gonna continue to be mad. So for me, I look at the overall picture. Is this team a good team? I believe it is. Will we get to see it? We just gotta wait and see. And if
Well, we're not gonna see nothing with this punk ass coach y'all got.
Well, if it's something, well, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't. I mean, look, BD, half of the things that they doing on that court is not in no rotation plan. I mean, I could be wrong, Carl, but I heard you several times say you letting them figure it out. And if you saying you letting them figure it out, there's no rotation. There's no plan in that. So you just never know what can happen. He don't have to do it. Look, they could be to the point now, BD, after, you know what I'm saying, like Angel said, they're going to figure it out. They're going to work through this together. So they know what they need to do. She called out everything you guys was talking about. Everything. She called it out. So they know what they need to work on and what they need to fix. But also, before they can do that, it's that character building, it's that building up that team, you know, whether you're a starter, you're a bench player. And like she said, they had those tough conversations. So one thing I noticed with Angel, and this could be just me, is that when you ask her something, be careful what you ask her, because she's going to tell you the truth. So I'm quite sure they've had those type of conversations, because remember, she even said that I've talked to, Jordan about something. She didn't talk behind Jordan's back. They sat right there as a team, and you know what I'm saying, Jordan listened. So, for her to say she even talked to her about it, so they're having the tough conversations and stuff like that. And I do remember the Aces. This do remind me of, you know what I'm saying, the Aces last year, when everybody just knew the Aces weren't going nowhere. They were popping off the mouth. They were talking so much junk, and then look what happened. And then on top of that, that's why I keep going back to, yes, I know about the basketball side, but they also got the human side to go along with it. It's because right after they just showed that film, that documentary about the Aces this year, but had a lot of people known what these players were going through, the comments that they were making probably would not have been the same. So for me, with the Dream having 5 losses or whatever, I still believe that they're gonna make it to the playoffs, of course. I still believe they're gonna surprise some people. They're gonna surprise some people.
ADP, I heard y'all mention books earlier. I didn't know y'all had a book club, because I'm reading a book right now too. It's called The 1619 Project by Nicole Hannah-Jones, and it's a really good read. You should look into it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we haven't started yet, BD, but we were saying that we need to go ahead and start on it. You're gonna have to put that in the chat so I can write it down. But yeah, it's a lot of great, great books out there, and that'll probably be a good one to add to the list too. And stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. We just never know. And then when they had that documentary, we were like, they were going through all that, and then they wound up still winning the chip. And guys, I gotta find that thread where the person that I was telling you about, she was like, she had a couple of potty words in there. She was talking about A'ja Wilson. She was saying that A'ja Wilson, because she's injured, she's glad, like something like, she didn't directly say she's glad she injured, but because she injured, she shouldn't be able to get MVP or something like that. It was really rude and disrespectful. And so, yeah, they are trying to move the goalpost from A'ja, but they can't. They can't move it. So, and Asia probably doing that just to get her some extra rest. We don't know, But yeah, they had the nerve to post that, and somebody had posted because they made a comment afterward. But yeah, but with the Atlanta Dream, oh man, I just by hearing them speak and just by them having the hope in themselves, because I didn't hear the whole thing, Tony. So thank you for telling me to play it, because you get to have kind of like this overview of what are they thinking. We can always say, oh, I think this, or I feel this way, but to just hear it from them and having accountability. A lot of players don't have that type of accountability. They don't care what you say, But the fact that they have that, so we're gonna see what happens. Is the team gonna be coaching themselves to get out there and to win the game, or are they gonna well, that's what he let him do. So is he gonna start? The question is, guys, is Carl gonna start making some rotations, setting up some plans? I mean, what? Because Bree Jones is getting ready to come back, even though she's going to be on restricted minutes. How are you getting ready to do that? If you can't handle the roster you have now, how are you going to be able to go in there and do? I don't know.
And then when Bree Jones come back, where does that put Okot minutes?
I don't know. He got to figure. I don't know, BD, but he has to figure it out. Because, like Tony said, you could bring Okot in and out. She doesn't have to start, but he's gonna need to still bring Okot in, BD, because he's gonna need to get breaks in there too. So he's still gonna have to bring her in. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what Carl's going to do, but I know that the team seemed like, from hearing Angel speak, they know what they got to do and what they're gonna do. So I don't know.
Well, I will say this,
because they feed off each other. They helping each other out, and at the same time they looking up to Angel. You know what I'm saying? Being a part of this team and actually looking up to her too as well.
Well, I will say this, ADP. I'm not a Dream fan. I'm an Angel Reese fan. I'm not a Dream fan. But watching the Dream these last 6 games has been exhausting for me.
But that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want us to do. I know, BD, it's hard, but I'm not a give up type of person. I can't. I can't. I'm just not in life. I can't. If I try, God still say, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person where I've learned through life, to every problem, there's always a solution to it. But we're so fixed in the problem that we sometimes can't find that solution. So I believe there's a solution with this Dream Team. We just gotta wait and see what happens. There's a reason why Angel Reese is there. There's a reason why this team is facing this adversity. No matter how many I want to spoil my dream players and the Dream Team like I want to, they still gonna have to go through it, and they still gotta play basketball. So
yeah, that's true. You gotta play through it.
I didn't say play through it. I just said play basketball, BD. That
it's same difference.
No, it ain't. Well, look, let me tell you something. In order to play through, you got to have a solution for you to get your mind together to do it. It's a lot. What I'm saying is it's a lot. The reason why I say that, BD, is because the same way I don't want someone to tell me, oh, and I've had it, oh, you lost this baby. Guess what? You need to push through it. And guess what? They are no longer part of this life. And this wasn't even people close to me, just people that feel like they want to come in and give, their 2 cents or whatever.
Oh, so shit. That's super insensitive to say that to
that's
somebody.
What I'm saying. It doesn't.
Wow.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what situation, what situation you in. Like I said, it wasn't someone like close to me and stuff like that, but people feel like they always got to make a comment, and stuff like that. And I still had to push through all of that, but it was in different times and seasons. So that's why I say you can't tell these women, to shut up and put up. You can't do that. They realize they have a job, but they have to also find out ways, like you said, to work through it. And it may not be on our time and then we may see it how it affects them in some of the games. But I think to me, I feel like these women are tired. They've had enough, and they really gonna fight back. They already started fighting back by speaking out for themselves. Now they're getting ready to put it on the court. So I believe the Dream is the one now, because people think because they lost 5 games back to back that they're gonna not be a great team. Oh, they're gonna be that sleeper team coming up in there. Just wait for it. They know what they gotta do. I said they. I don't know what coach gonna do. I just said they. Because like you said, freebies, and you see what Angel was saying, freebies and all that stuff. They know what they got to work on.
Yeah, they know the free throw shooting was bad today.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I'm saying, BD. At least they have.
It was horrible.
Yeah. Tony, you know we don't play about the freebies. You know you don't play about no freebies at all.
No, I did not.
Blank.
I did not.
And they could have won this game off the freebies added to whatever they was doing, even with the shenanigans. But okay, But yeah. So guys, what anything else you would like to say far as what's going on? Because Tony came in hot like a hot cake. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, boy, like,
it was awesome, Tony. We loved it. And then BD picked back off up. Miss D had her thing up in there. And I don't know what happened to Jago. I don't think Jago having a 4th of July party or something. But everybody.
I think Jacob was having technical difficulties with the StreamYard. He said he couldn't hear anybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, StreamYard to do that sometimes too.
Well, ladies, this been fun. Thank you for having me up in ADP. I need you to check out my shorts, man, because I got the idea from you. If you the teacher, I'm the para pro. Know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I'll check out your shorts too. I'll probably do that tomorrow before. Who plays tomorrow? It's a game tomorrow that Players Club are covering, but that's not till tomorrow night. So I'll check it in the morning.
It's an early game. Ain't it early game with the Fever and Aces?
Yeah, the Fever and the Aces is 7 o'clock, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think it's an early game.
Somebody else playing? I don't know.
No, I don't know. Do you think it's somebody else playing early for tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't remember an early game. I know the Fever Aces game is a late game.
Yeah, and I know that player is going to be out of that game, but
Aisha isn't playing either, is she?
No.
She's hurting, but I think is she resting, guys, or she's still
I thought she had an ankle injury. I know the previous Aces game she was wearing a boot.
Yeah, that's what somebody was saying. They pointed that out too, that she was wearing that boot. But even with you wearing the boot, they probably tell you that, sometimes they'll tell you to put that on just to be careful and stuff.
Right.
So how many games has she missed? Like 2?
2 so far. 2
so far.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Then maybe a couple more games and then she'll be back. Cause isn't she? When's All-Star? All-Stars when?
I think the week after next.
Oh shit!
Don't quote me though.
BD, I think you're cooking with some because I think it's right. I think it's before my birthday or after. I think it's after. I think it's that Saturday. I want to say the 18th. I want to say it is.
Well, I hope they play for real this All-Star game because last year got on my damn nerves. It looked like an NBA All-Star game.
I've been warned. Crazy. The Players Club and everybody, BD, I've been warned. They do not play like that for the All-Star game. So I don't know what kind of ball you're looking for now.
I'm looking for the kind of ball that they had a couple of years ago when it was the All-Stars versus the USA teams. I want that kind of All-Star game.
Yeah,
when they were actually playing.
Right. It was upset
Miss D and Tony, y'all think we're going to get a regular actual playing game, or y'all think they're going to be on vacation a little bit?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's a toss-up. We don't know.
Right.
Because I know last year was trash.
Yeah.
Just let's be honest, it was trash.
I'd never seen nothing like it. Somebody should have gave me. I missed the memo on that. I'm thinking it was gonna be a regular, like a cool game, and I'm like, what is this? And look, the parties and stuff, and the carpet was better than the game, and then they get in there, they're like, whatever. I'm like, oh, is this how we doing it?
Yeah, it was atrocious. It made me mad. But
ADP about to get off of here. It's getting late.
Me too. I'm getting ready to get off of here too. I was like,
and Miss D, I expect to see you tomorrow so we could talk this free agency stuff.
Sure,
well, guys, you know who's going to play with my Steph Curry? I already told K-Steph.
Okay, get a I need a thumbnail.
James gonna go.
Oh yeah, I'll have one for you.
You
think All Stars July 25th? Okay, who raised you? Huh?
You gonna come on
at 3:00?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go on at 3:00 tomorrow.
I have to
But
see.
I'm talking NBA though, not WNBA. But if you want to talk WNBA, I can.
Oh gosh. Only thing I watch is Steph. Yeah, he's overrated. Well, I'm a Steph Curry fan. I'm just saying he'll probably go play with Steph. That's all I was saying, Goon.
You talk about with LeBron?
ADP. You don't like your beloved Wizards?
Huh?
You don't like the Wizards?
Yes. I like the Wizards because Shifty Juju is up there, and I think Tia Cooper's brother's up there, Sharif. I like guys that I like Juju, not just because he's Angel's brother, but because he's worked hard to get to where he's at. The same thing with Tia Cooper's brother. If you read their stories, man, they put in the work. So I'm trying to figure out, is the Wizards going to give him a permanent spot? Because I know isn't he on something for 2 years? Juju? Miss D and BD?
What you say?
You talking about Angel Reese, brother?
Yeah, isn't he do he
I gotta check. I don't know off the top of my head.
I think he's still with the
he's with the Wizards, but he's on some type of contract. So I was trying to see.
Yeah, I think he might be on a two-way, like the G League and NBA, not a whole
last year,
NBA.
I think he's gonna
like
get
a half and half
contract. Yeah,
good.
I think he on a two-way.
He made history and stuff.
Listen, he learned from Angel Jr. He know how to do it.
Yeah, but he also went to those camps. He didn't try, what I'm saying? Like, he's actually put in the work to get to where he's at. It wasn't given to him. That's what I like about his story. And Sharice's story. Right. No, I was just saying, Miss D. Because people try to trip when they have to go to G League and all that stuff. No, it's okay. At least you win.
Well, let me get off of here, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, y'all ladies have a good night.
Right,
thank you for having
me
me.
up, ADP, and good night, Tony and BD trying to cause controversy.
Yeah.
I thought I was good today.
No, you
were good. You were real good.
You was good. You was better than what expected. You almost slipped up, but you was good.
Yeah, so you were good, BD. And out of all the words he want to say the P word, he could have said all the other creative words, but no.
I mean, that's how I feel about Carr. Ever since he let Angel get slammed on her head and didn't crash out, and then continued to let them play basketball like ain't nothing happened, that's the apropos word that described Carr. I use kitty just to be safe because I want to respect people chats, but that's not the word I want to use. This D block, I'm supposed to be able to talk how I want to talk.
No. Yeah, but not you. Yeah. Not that word of all words. I have people that listen to this and they say sometimes they don't listen because too many potty words and that. So I try to not keep it.
Okay, I said two potty words the whole 3 hours I've been on here. So give me a little bit of credit.
I'm not saying you can't use your creative words. I'm just saying, that one was.
Yeah. I'm not sorry for calling him what I called him though, because that's what I feel he is.
Okay, America. That's what BD said. He in the corner on that other side. You notice I'm always over here in the nurturing corner, okay? But he over there, Miss D and Tony.
Yeah, I'm on the dark side.
They're gonna tell you whatever they want to tell you, and you better listen. But all jokes aside and keeping it real, I wish the Dream the best for all the players. And we're gonna see what happens with the next game, because who they play? Don't they play somebody Monday or Tuesday? I forgot who they play next. I think it's LA, but I'm not for sure. But okay, BD, you have a great night. Tony,
All right, you two ladies, have fun, y'all.
I will see you up in the chat and your days during the week, Tony. Did Tony hear me? I don't know. Tony might be asleep, guys.
No, I'm not. I'm not asleep. I didn't hear that piece. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, I'm gonna see you in the chat and on your on your shows next week. But you did good. You're gonna have to touch back on this because man, that was good coming in here to break that down like that. I mean, you didn't sugarcoat it. You said it. I know, Goon. I always got to tell Tony because she came in here and dropped the mic on me real quick. And everybody just flowed together. Like, it was just a great conversation.
Absolutely.
But she kept
a great show.
both sides. Yeah. You just get tired sometimes, Tony. And as content creators, we want to cover the other stuff. And actually, Tony and them do. They actually cover both. They cover anybody that's doing any type of achievement. They cover it, too. So you're gonna get both. So make sure you check out on So Pretty, Court Vision with So Pretty Tony.
Yes.
Check out Miss D on her channel, Miss D 64. And BD has his channel. Make sure you guys check him out. And guys, we are gonna catch you on the next one because I know Tony, you calling that game tomorrow too? That Fever and the Fever and Aces. I see it's up at the Players Club, but I didn't know.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Okay, Tony. Get you some rest. I'm gonna get some rest. Oh, okay, Mr. Dixon. Really? He said, ADP, you and my great grandmother have the same name. That's a great grandmother, right? And when her third ADP is gonna make history. I know, but they trying to. That's another day, or we won't get out of here. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, Tony. I will catch you on the next one. Love you, chat. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.